In 2012, the idea of a London City Grand Prix was mooted. It would close off most of the capital for the best part of a week, take in some of London's most iconic landmarks and put on one hell of a show. So much so that Nick and I have decided to show you what the course could have been like in this, a Caterham Supersport.
Seeming as no one would let us anywhere near any of their F1 cars, this seemed to us to be the next best thing. Caterham's an F1 team, they're sort of based in London, it's as close as you can get to the real experience. Except with traffic lights and speed limits. Anyway, I'm in the car first, so I'm going to give it the first lap. Just warming the tyres up. Okay, so the start of the 3.2 mile circuit, the start-finish straight, is on the Mall, which, as far as Formula One pit straights go, I don't think any other can rival it for glamour really. You're facing Buckingham Palace and they're going to reach speeds of about 174 miles an hour before braking. Woo. Quite heavily for this 90-degree right-hander. I think it's a second gear corner, 59 miles an hour, and actually the corner is incredibly tight. So this should cause for some interesting first lap melee, I think. So then you're coming up to the only chicane really on the circuit, and actually my favourite corner here, coming up past Pall Mall, and they take this at 77 miles an hour, which is just unbelievable. I mean, you see how slow I take it. Now we're coming up to another 59 mile an hour left turn onto Piccadilly, and this will be called Ritz Corner because the Ritz is on the corner, so it's quite self-explanatory. And now we're onto one of the first of two big straights on the circuit where the F1 cars can reach up to 180 miles an hour, and this is kind of going all the way up to the Wellington Memorial. You have to really see an F1 car's speed to believe it. It's just absolutely unreal. The noise, the experience of the thing, it's just unlike anything else you've heard or seen before. And to imagine these cars screeching through here 180 miles an hour, it's just absolutely insane. I mean, this road is going uphill and zigzagging, and you just think the amount of commitment required, and there is literally no room for error on a street circuit, and that's what makes it so exciting. I mean, there are now 5 street circuits on the F1 calendar, which you could argue could be a bit oversaturated, but you think of the other circuits, I mean, you've got Montreal, Albert Park, Singapore, Valencia, and of course, one of the oldest circuits on the calendar, Monaco. And you think, the only one that can compete in terms of glamour to this circuit is Monaco. And even then, I mean, Monaco is glamorous, but can it compete with the sights on this lap? You've got Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, the Houses of Parliament, Trafalgar Square, Admiralty Arch. So we just turned left at the Wellington Memorial, and now we're heading straight down to Buckingham Palace. The cars actually go incredibly close to the palace, cutting through about 100 miles an hour. Just imagine the Queen just hearing these V8s bouncing off the palace walls. This Caterham isn't as loud, but let's see if we can wake her up. Sorry. This has actually been proposed as a night race similar to Singapore, so it doesn't look like the Queen will be getting much sleep that weekend. So here we turn left onto Birdcage Wharf, which is the second kind of biggest straight. You're going to have to get a lot of speed going through this corner, which is again incredibly tight, because you can reach top speeds of 180 miles an hour here, going all the way down to Parliament Square. You've got Big Ben looming out in front of you as you approach at ridiculous speeds. I read also they're going to have to seal 800 manhole covers for the race. I mean, the amount of preparation and kind of planning into this, I mean, you just see everything they're just going to have to get rid of, because I look around and I see death at 180 miles an hour, death at 180 miles an hour. Now, an F1 car will do this 3.2 mile circuit in about 1 minute and 34 seconds. Now, with the 30 mile an hour limit around all this circuit and all these traffic lights, we're probably going to be lucky if we get a 10-minute lap in. But they come past Big Ben and turn left, and now we're on Embankment. And I got the London Eye and what would become the Monaco harbour of London over the weekend, although the Thames a little greyer, a little dirtier. Such a wonderful feeling driving this circuit. It's just so stunning and iconic. Now, I don't think we've quite made the 107% time to qualify on the grid, But we've certainly beaten Pastor Maldonado because he's in a wall back there somewhere. We're about to come to what I think is the most insane part of the track, planning-wise. We're about to come through Trafalgar Square about 77 miles an hour through Admiralty Arch. Now, Admiralty Arch is only a single lane. It would have to be single file through there, but it's so narrow. By the time they get there, they're probably doing 100 odd. And to go through, there's just no room for error. And there we have it. Back onto the start-finish straight. And I win the London Grand Prix! Oh wow, what a circuit, a very cool track. I think it's got enough mind-boggling speed around the capital, as well as some really technical corners that would just make this an unbelievable race. We took in a few more laps of the circuit, taking full advantage of the quietness of London's streets at this time of morning, before getting down to serious business. The London Grand Prix. It's amazing, right?
It's
Don't
awesome.
You love it?
It's really, really cool.
It's like every corner has a different landmark or something cool on it.
I'm just trying to picture it like on the telly. So like you start up the Mall and you get the camera looking at all the drivers on the start line, with Admiralty Arch in the background, and then the rear shot is Buckingham Palace.
And then you've got the helicopter shot with House of Parliament, Big Ben, Embankment. Yeah, I can see the TV coverage already. It looks stunning.
The question that has to be raised is, British Grand Prix is Silverstone. Is it worth the swap?
Well, you see, they originally, when they talked about this race, and it is still very kind of fictional, but when they did that, they proposed it as a second British Grand Prix. I mean, if both are British Grand Prix, if we have the London Grand Prix and Silverstone, I think that's really cool. I think we deserve two Grand Prix. You know, Germany have had two at one point with the European Grand Prix in Valencia. Spain get two. We have all the F1 teams, we deserve two. If I had to pick one, as much as I love this circuit and feel that it could rival Monaco for glamour, the British Grand Prix is Silverstone. It's been there since 1948. The first, when Formula One was established, the Formula One World Championship in 1950, the first Formula One race ever was at Silverstone. Modern Formula One often gets rid of its heritage. I mean, we haven't had a French Grand Prix since 2008, and France invented Grand Prix racing. The classic circuits like Hockenheimring have been changed to kind of Hermann-Tilke carbon copy lookalikes, and every circuit's looking like the same. Our Monzas, our Spas, our Silverstones, circuits that have real character. We should protect those.
I hear what you're saying. We should protect our heritage. I also think people associate Formula One with men with beards going, oh, I really like Formula One racing. You are a man with a beard, case in point. So, what's wrong with, occasionally ensuing tradition? Why not alternate like Germany does with Hockenheim and Nürburgring? Why not have Silverstone one year, London Grand Prix the next?
I could live with that.
Because I think what this circuit would do, it would bring a whole new swathe of fans into the sport, and it would rejuvenate it in Britain. It would give motorsport much more of a forefront. And I think a London Grand Prix showing, you know, the people of Britain and of the world just how beautiful London is and how adaptable we are.
I see the point. A London Grand Prix has a lot more allure to the casual bystander than a wet field in Northampton.
Yeah, well, when you put it like that, yes, definitely. London is arguably one of, if not the most famous city in the world. So imagine having Formula One cars just going around here, and that bests Silverstone every single time.
How many sets of tyres are they going to need to go through on this bloody road? They're going to have to repave the crap out of it.
This little stretch of road, when the Formula One drivers are pulling a right to go up to the little straight before embankment, the camera is about to attest to this, one of the worst paved bit of roads out inside of London. Here we go. Oh God! It's just horrific. So Nick and I have had our say. Nick wants to keep everything at nice traditional Silverstone, and I think we should move everything to London and have another city course on the Formula One calendar. What do you guys think? Let us know.